Revenge films.
My name is Erica. I'm 25 years old, single, and work as a magazine editor. 2 years ago, I met Scott, who works in media, through my job, and we've been dating ever since. Even though we both lead busy lives, we try to make time to see each other whenever we can. After graduating college, I moved to Tokyo for work. 3 years have gone by in a blur, and I haven't even had the chance to visit my hometown. Just when I started feeling like I wanted to see my family's faces again, I got a call from my older brother, Ryan. Ryan is 2 years older than me, and we were really close growing up, but since I moved away, we'd only kept in touch with the occasional phone call. The reason for his call? He was getting married. He explained that he'd caught the eye of his company's CEO and was now set to marry the CEO's daughter. Of course, I wanted to rush home to congratulate him in person, but work wouldn't allow it. Instead, I promised I'd definitely be there for the wedding and ended the call. A little while later, I received the invitation. I took off just enough time to be home the day before and the day of the wedding. When I arrived at the station, Ryan was there waiting for me at the ticket gate. We decided to grab a drink together and headed to a nearby izakaya pub. When I asked if his fiancée was okay with him being out, he said,
"She's off having a bachelorette party with her friends tonight."
So I reminded him to at least send her a quick message to avoid any misunderstandings. As we drank and caught up, Ryan started opening up about the marriage. At first he seemed cheerful, but as the conversation went on, his expression grew more uneasy. He told me his fiancée, Anna, was kind but sheltered, having grown up as the daughter of a powerful CEO. Her father was known to be difficult, and the marriage had actually been pushed through rather forcefully. Ryan said he did like Anna, but he couldn't help wondering if going through with the marriage was really the right decision. Still, he said there was no way he could back out. Knowing her father, Ryan was sure he'd be fired if he tried. "It's too late now anyway," he added with a nervous laugh. "We've already registered the marriage." Seeing him like that made me feel uneasy too. Then came the wedding day. As our parents and I entered the venue, I was suddenly blocked by the bride and her father. It was my first time meeting them, so I smiled politely and introduced myself. That's when Anna suddenly pointed at me and screamed, "Daddy, this is the girl!" She followed that with, "She's the tramp who tried to steal Ryan from me!" Then without warning, she yanked my hair with all her strength. "Let go! That hurts!" I cried out, but before I could react, her father shouted,
"So you're the one who hurt my daughter!"
And he shoved me violently. I fell to the ground, hitting my head hard on the edge of a table. Blood poured from the wound and everything went black. When I woke up, I was lying in a hospital bed. The moment I felt the pain in my head, the memories of what happened came rushing back. My mom, who was sitting beside me, gasped and said, "Oh dear, you're awake! Oh, thank goodness!" She quickly called the doctor, who confirmed I was fully conscious. Then he told me the police would be coming by soon to take my statement. But before the police arrived, Anna and her father barged into my hotel room. Rather than apologizing, Anna sneered at me and said, "So, you're his sister, huh? I saw you two coming out of that pub together, and since I didn't see his text, I assumed the worst. How was I supposed to know? Anyway, calling an ambulance just because you were bleeding a little, talk about being dramatic. Thanks to you, Ryan freaked out and postponed the wedding. Do you have any idea what you've done?" Her father, standing beside her, added in a condescending tone,
"Look, going to the cops won't do you any good. I've got connections. This will all get swept under the rug. So let's just cut to the chase. How much do you want to settle this?"
I was furious. "I'm not settling," I said sharply. "I'm reporting everything to the police and filing an assault charge." Anna's father let out a mocking laugh.
"You think the police care what someone like you has to say? I'm the CEO of a major company. No one's going to touch me. Go ahead, file your report. No one will take it seriously."
As they turned and walked out, Anna scoffing and her father smirking, I felt my blood boil. After they left, my mom sat beside me in tears. She told me that after I was taken to the hospital, Ryan was so furious about what happened that he called off the wedding. But that just made Anna's father explode. He threatened Ryan, saying,
"If you leave my daughter, I'll make sure you're fired and blacklisted. No company will ever hire you again."
Through her sobs, my mom said, "I never should have supported this marriage. I had no idea they had that kind of power. Even the police might not be able to help us." That's when an idea came to me. I picked up my phone and called my boyfriend, Scott. After I explained everything, he said, if they come back to the hospital tomorrow, secretly record them, just in case. The next day, Anna and her father returned as if nothing had happened. As soon as they walked in, they started threatening me again.
If you won't settle, you have no idea what's coming!
Her father growled. I'm not agreeing to anything. You haven't even apologized. I shot back. That's when he completely lost it. He grabbed my head just where my stitches were and slammed it against the wall. Blood started gushing from the wound that had only just begun to heal. I reached for the call button to get a doctor, but he sneered and said,
Don't even bother. This hospital does what I say.
Just then, Scott rushed into the hospital room.
Erica, are you okay?
He shouted, running over to me and immediately pressing the call button for the nurse. He turned to Anna's father with fire in his eyes and said,
You won't get away with this.
Because of the fresh injury, I had to undergo treatment again, and my hospital stay was extended. I couldn't return to work, and I knew I wouldn't be able to move on until I received proper compensation for everything they had put me through. Seeing me so down, Scott gently said,
Leave the rest to me, honey.
And then walked out with the video footage in hand. The next day, I turned on the hospital room TV, and to my shock, my story was on a talk show. My face was blurred for privacy, but the footage of Anna's father threatening me and injuring me was aired for the entire country to see. Scott had edited the video and leaked it to the media. The fallout was immediate. Swarms of reporters gathered in front of Anna's father's company. Can you explain what happened in the hospital? Is it true you assaulted a woman? They shouted through microphones and cameras. Anna's father shouted back,
Get out of here! Don't come back!
But the media didn't back down. They showed up day after day. As public outrage grew and the incident gained national attention, the company was forced to remove him from his position. He was officially fired and had to leave the company in disgrace. It didn't end there. Furious viewers began harassing the family, even vandalizing their home. Eventually, it became so bad that they had to move. Their personal information was leaked online, and no one in the family could go outside without being recognized. They all became shut-ins, completely cut off from the world. On top of everything, they were ordered to pay me compensation as well as cover the cancellation fees for the wedding. In the blink of an eye, the wealthy and powerful Anna family had lost everything and were thrown into a life of poverty. As for Anna, she reportedly underwent plastic surgery and now works in the nightlife industry under a new name. She's said to be drowning in alcohol and toxic relationships. Her father, completely broken from the backlash, developed a severe case of neurosis. He now lives as a recluse and regularly visits a psychiatrist just to get through the day. Apparently losing both his wealth and status was such a shock to Anna's father that he now spends every day muttering things like,
I was the CEO, you know,
and causes constant trouble for his family. As for my brother, after divorcing Anna, he was relieved to learn he could continue working under the new CEO. He apologized to me countless times, feeling responsible for what had happened, but I knew none of it was his fault. There's no bad blood between us, and we intend to stay as close as ever. That said, the emotional wounds from the divorce run deep. He's told me he's not ready to even think about dating again for a while. As for me, the whole ordeal ended up bringing Scott and me even closer together. 6 months later, we got married and started our newlywed life in a new apartment. I feel incredibly lucky to have married someone who stood by me no matter what, who protected me through it all. From now on, I want to be that kind of partner for him too. Someone who's always on his side, no matter what life throws our way. And deep down, I truly hope my brother meets someone who makes him feel the same way. Someone who brings him happiness and helps him heal. He deserves that. I'll be cheering him on every step of the way, hoping he finds a love that's kind, strong, and real.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.